Hi, everybody. This is strange. Yes, I know. Welcome to our podcast. I guess our podcast.
I guess, yeah.
Yeah, we're just doing a small little segment, just a catch up. Well, this is one of our longest segments. Just a little try and tested method, just for something we'd like to see in the future, and just a little one-on-one catch up with you guys. The cool thing about these videos is we get to share more of our personality with you guys, and you'll probably see a lot on this long video. We'll be doing short little segments on Instagram and on Facebook, but we're definitely gonna put the full video on for YouTube, so that should be fun. Dwight, how are you feeling about this?
I'm excited, nervous, don't know what to expect, but I'm sure it will be okay. Just don't have to overthink it.
Yeah, just let it flow.
Yeah,
So,
no.
how are we doing overall, guys? I'm sure you have watched our last video so far about isolation.
Yeah.
I'm sure it was a mess to edit. I can tell you that much. it was a lot to do, but I enjoyed it. You got to see what some of our houses look like. They've changed a lot here by us.
Yeah.
That much I
And
can
still
tell you.
changing.
Yeah, it's still changing.
Extra to do.
We still lockdown has made us interior decorators. We're just changing the house.
Keeping busy, of course. That's what
Yeah,
we have
that's
to do.
all we can do, you know. But I'm going to start varsity soon, and Dwight's been working. I don't know what the rest of them are up to. My mom is also she also looking for things to do. She's keeping herself busy.
She's on leave officially.
Yeah.
And then I think Julius is also just at home. He's keeping fit, as he told me. Working out, making
Yeah.
sure. And for those who didn't know, Julius also put out a workout video. Check it out on his status. And then Timmy, I spoke to Timmy last night. He said that they corresponding via WhatsApp. So
Yes.
he has started varsity. Tunisia also at home. But I think overall, we all just
Yeah.
tired of being on lockdown.
Yeah.
It's been too long.
But we've kept in touch. We've tried our best. Timmy's kept us very entertained with some of the things
He's done.
Yeah. So
We won't put him on blast
Exactly.
by sending them.
so we've still seen some of each other.
But I think I miss just being in the whole vibe of the group and also going to different
Yeah.
churches. I think Saturdays have been my toughest day that I've really struggled
Yeah.
with to try and be indoors. So that's the one thing I've really struggled with.
It's strange how familiar you get with your rhythm. Just to have a practice every Sabbath and have an event and to see each other so regularly, and then when it suddenly just completely cuts off, it feels so strange. You're like, oh, what do I do with myself now?
Exactly.
I've got all this free time. And it's not just that we enjoy being around each other's company. We love singing.
True.
We love singing to God. So it's two things we love doing around each other, and it's just like it's completely gone,
Definitely.
which sucks. But we are planning a few things.
Yeah.
So keep it in the works, guys. So I'm sure you've seen the title of this video already. What we're going to discuss. For those who don't know, a little quick catch up. So December 8th was our first concert ever.
Correct.
Ever. This group's been in existence for nearly 7 to 8 years.
7 to 8 years.
7 to 8
8
years.
years in Jan
Yeah.
22.
So it's been a long time coming, and I'd like to say it was a smash hit, but
I would hope so.
we hope it's a
And if you
smash
don't know that we had a concert, shame on you for not being there.
Yeah, I hope you've seen some of the pictures we put online, and we had so much fun with it.
We
Honestly,
did.
I enjoyed it. It was blood, sweat, and tears, and only through God's blessing did everything come together so well.
And I think if you tend to, like, when you're building up towards a concert, you tend to like hype it up and it's gonna be cool. And once it was done, I don't know, for me personally, I know I was standing at the back with Jacqueline and Tony as we were done, and I was like, can we not do this again? Like, I felt it was too quick. The 3 hours that we spent
Yeah,
doing
3
it
hours,
really so quickly. But overall, I think the concert for me was definitely a highlight, and definitely, as Matthew said, a smash hit.
Yeah.
And definitely something I want to do again.
Oh, I used so much of my voice there. I was basically in every range. I was high in tenor and low in bass. I was everywhere in that concert. So we just wanted to give you guys some insight into how well the concert went and how it came about. The original idea for the concert, did you have ideas before I joined? Because I've been almost 4 years in the group. It's been a while since I've been in.
Initially, let me be honest, because we're very honest. There had been calls for a while for the group to have a concert, but being the person that I am, I just felt the timing wasn't right, and I'm very strict, as you know. Those who sing with me, they know. And I just felt the timing wasn't right. And they kept on asking. I know there was a time when Lauren and Chislin kept on asking
Yeah.
me, are we going to have a concert? And I was just like, no, it's just not the right time. And we eventually did decide that the timing was right because we felt it was right.
Yes,
Let's say
yeah.
that because we had felt that we had finally gotten to a group that was stable.
Yeah.
Being you, me, Nathaniel, Shanae, Jackie,
Stephen was
Tony.
at that point actually
Stephen, yeah,
when the original
exactly.
idea came out, yeah.
Because they had pitched it 2 or 3 times, and I was like, no.
It's always Ash and Shiz who were excited for a concert.
Those
Two years, yeah.
For what colors we're gonna wear and all of those.
Yeah.
But I think then we finally decided to do it, and I think the timing was correct.
Yeah.
I think it couldn't have been better, but they were before. This wasn't the first attempt for us to have a concert. They had been asking, and I've been saying no, which makes me look like a bad person. But it wasn't the right time. So
Yeah. So
they were original ideas before you joined.
yeah. So at least it was in the works. I'd like to say I was a part in making it happen, but
Yeah, sure, humility.
humility that is
Humble myself,
I
my
humble
brother,
myself
sure.
with that. But I think the main point we got to where we wanted the concert was we got to a point where our sound was just so good, especially in our acapella. We were like,
That
wow,
was the thing.
wow, we really feel confident now we can pull off something as big as a concert. And we're like, yeah, let's do it. And we had cool build up towards it. Everybody just threw ideas, and we had like 4 or 5 different ideas of what we wanted our concert to be like. There was so many things that came through the work, guys. You won't believe, like just the brainstorm session we had, and we sat down, we had an honest conversation. It's like this is what we wanted to do. There were lots of changes on the way, and I think that's the main point there. We had to form around the content had to conform to the way we shaped and went and folded and bent around in the many different ways as well.
But I think for me, a crucial point of why I think it finally clicked for me and why we eventually had the concert was because the sound had gotten to a point. I think we had sung together for a while, and the sound had gotten so to a point where I was happy. I generally am very conscious of when people are happy and when people and as Matthew said, the acapella was the big thing that was really being pushed, and we had realized that we are comfortable singing together because when you sing in a group it's different.
Yeah.
Because you have to listen to yourself, you need to make sure that you're blending with everybody, and because we had sung together for a while, that combination, we started sounding together, and everybody was like, you need to have a concert. So I think that was a key thing for us to eventually decide this would be the time to do a concert.
Yeah, and it was a big driver. Once it started, it just flowed. That was the best part. Once we eventually got into the swing of things of actually planning the concert, everything just flowed and it went so smoothly. And there were lots of changes on the way. I think there were so many personnel changes that it also it threw some speed bumps in the road. It wasn't originally with Steph. Steph left. He had other commitments with his studies and his things that went forward. Ash and Chiz, they had things in their way as well.
But Matthew, before you get there, I think let's introduce our first song. I think let's do that.
Yeah.
I think I also want to tell you guys this song we did. It's a hymn that we previously did, and this hymn was. It was one of the popular. Is it in the new book? I don't even think.
Oh no, it's not in the new book.
It's only in the old.
One of my favorite hymns, and it's not even in the new hymn.
Unfortunately,
so
they did cut. It got the X. But it's we initially did it with before you joined with Lala. I think still in the group and Lizette. And then it just faded away. The song just took a sabbatical, and then it kind of made a comeback for the concert because we wanted to do a few a cappella songs and a number of a cappella songs for the concert, and the song actually turned out well. We tried to incorporate a few extra people just to give it that extra volume. Yeah. And overall, I think it turned out really well.
There was a theme for a while where we tried to revive old songs. This year as well, we've revived 3 old songs. Yeah, 2 or 3 old songs. So it's definitely something we're coming back to. Getting back to our old self, being a very able teacher of ourselves.
But I think a good song is a good song.
Yeah.
If the song has a really good melody, really good blend, and also if the words of the song really touches you as a person, whether it's in the old hymnal, in the new hymnal, or it's an ancient song that Heritage did, but if the words touch us and it can touch someone, then I really think we should do it.
Yeah.
Okay. So I hope you guys enjoy The song?
Yeah.
I'm not gonna give the name away, should we?
You just it's master the tempo, guys.
Exactly.
Master the enjoy it.
Hope you enjoy. So, as Matthew mentioned earlier, one of the biggest things that had changed at the time we made the decision to have the concert was the changes in personnel, as we would say. When we initially came up with the idea, who was in the group at that time?
So it was Nate, me, you, Steph, and then
Shanae,
Ash, Chiz, and my mom. I think that was the ones that went to hiking in the wonderful.
Oh yeah, no, that was
Yes.
the combination. And so when that started, then soon after that, Stephen was with us for a year
and all.
and a half.
Yeah.
But due to other commitments and other things he wanted to do, he then decided to leave. We did replace Stephen, if memory serves me correct.
No, I think the two of us slung it out for like a while.
Yeah, that was, we sang it then for a while. Then next to leave was?
I think it was Chase took a break first because Ash was with us for a while.
Yeah, Chase took a break for a while. And then once Chesney left, I think then we did try and recruit.
Yes. I think that's when Jackie and Tanya.
Yeah, then we got the ladies of the bay, Jacqueline and Tanya, aka the twins.
Why was that a decision we made? Yeah.
I know someone asked us recently asked us where did we get these two ladies because they're crazy, but we love them. But we needed to fill the tenor slot. I think that was the one thing, and Chesney the soprano, and it was a 2-for-1 because Jacqueline was able to sing.
Super talented.
Alto, she's able to sing tenor as well. So that did help us. So then it was 9 of us? There was 9.
There was 9 of us. It was a lot of people.
It was a lot of people. And then shortly after that, Ashwin then took a break due to personal reasons. Then we continued with the combination that we had. And all of this is happening while we are deciding for the concert. So which made it even more hectic. Then at the breaking up, I think we had a breaking up.
Yes.
Nathaniel and Shanae then announced that they were going to try a new adventure overseas.
Yeah, I mean, I hope it's going well for them there.
Yeah, I hope they are doing well and they're safe, especially because of this virus.
This virus out there, overseas, it's a lot, and we do miss them.
We do, agree.
We do, yeah.
I have actually touched base with them, and he said they're doing quite well. It's just that they're obviously now inside and they're teaching online.
Yeah, I enjoyed not singing the bass for a while. I won't lie. I miss going to baritone. I won't lie. Especially when we did the concert, I did a lot of baritone things, which worked for me. But
it was loud for me.
I'm not gonna lie. I didn't have to sing that loudly. He just took over, which was nice. But yeah.
And Shanae was also a really good soprano,
really good soprano as well.
So it was a big loss first because we had to then decide, are we going to get a new bass? Which we did decide for a while. Let me say this. I initially did say that why don't we use Matthew because I thought that he did have the range. There was some opposition. I'm not going to mention that.
You know you are.
We did try and get someone else and it didn't work. And then we went to the idea. And then the soprano we left because Tonya had been there for a while. So then the combination was Matthew, myself, his mom. We had Jackie, Tonya, and that was it.
Yeah, for a while.
So then that's what we in this and this is in the year that we decided to have the concert. So Nathaniel and them still helped us out until June last year or
August.
Yeah,
July, August.
July, August, because I asked them if they could still help us out because we had nobody in mind. It was a hectic,
wonderful succession planning by
I know, and you're having a concert at the end of the year. I mean,
brilliant planning by us.
It was outside of our control, so there was nothing we could do. So then we needed to find a soprano or alto, and we definitely needed a tenor because Matthew would then go to bass, so that would only leave me. And I'm not really a tenor; I'm a baritone, just for the record.
Not am I, but
but we did
slam it out for
a while. Come on. So then we decided, we did a lot of prayer. I have to say that when it came to the members, we did a lot of prayer. A short, Tunisia's name appeared in my mind at like 11 o'clock in the evening because I couldn't sleep because it was stressing me. But I'm gonna be honest, I was very stressed about it. Because you don't know, it's a big decision, and you've already started advertising, you've already thought about, mentioned to people that you're going to have a concert and there's no members. So that was the one thing. And then Julius, I saw him at the wedding of my friend, and I thought, why not ask him? Because he does sing in the group Sweet Accord, and I knew he could sing. And then Timmy was... Just a pause before I say Timmy was someone that a friend of mine, Duncan, had told me about that he was training. But the thing is, training. That's what I was told. But Timmy then had I'd never spoken to Timmy before, so it was kind of weird. But he and his sister and I were really good friends, Bora. And then we went to Gurud once they had a celebration of the church, and then we were chatting to Bora, and then it didn't make a move, and we were sitting and chatting, me, Duncan. You also did?
Yes. I know. It was actually, I think, Carlos and I. Yes, Carlos and I sat somewhere, and then you and Bora
joined us because we were having a conversation with Duncan. And then as we're sitting, all of a sudden this guy comes and he just pulls up a chair and he sits there.
Right next to me.
Right next to Matthew. And I turn and I look. And the expression, I'm like, because in my mind I'm thinking, how rude is this person?
Yeah, we were shocked because we were all in this nice conversation, and he just sits and eats next to us. And I just look across and I'm like, well, hello.
And for me, I give a dirty look because I think like the nerve of this guy. I mean, really, how dick. I mean, it's a private conversation. And then Bora sees the look on our faces.
And I'm trying to scope this dude out. I'm like, now who are you that is just decided to join us? And then, 5 minutes in, we find out, oh, it's Bora's brother.
Yeah. She then turns and afterwards, because she's looking at everybody's face, and she's like, oh, by the way, this is my brother. Because she's like, the look on her face.
And she's having such a good laugh, and we've got no idea what's going on.
Who is this? And that's where it happened. So thank you, Tammy, for being so forward.
Nothing's changed.
Nothing has changed. But so that's how the current combination came. Can I ask, Matthew, if you could still have people at the concert that were in the group, who would they be?
Oh, hell.
And I'm throwing you under the bus.
Sure.
No offense to the current members, we love them.
I think I would have a bit more of a reunion vibe.
Okay.
I think I would have had both Nathan and Mal.
Okay.
And then you and I jump up to baritone, and we never have to touch the bass or the tenor again.
Okay.
We have Ash, Julius, and Timmy. I'll have them in. I definitely want Jackie there, and Jackie and Samantha at alto. Samantha was at the concert, but Jackie and Samantha at alto, we just hearing the two of them when we did a song that got scrapped, that long, complicated headache of a song that got scrapped.
Which we hope to eventually do, because I think we did a lot of work on it.
Because I never sang with any of the other altos, I think. my mom did alto when I was in the group, and then I
And
was
then
with
you weren't there with Lizette.
with
Yeah.
the set of them. So I came in just before Sam went.
Yeah.
So I was under the wrath of Sam for a long time.
Believe me, Samantha don't play. Samantha don't play.
Yeah, so I was under the wrath of Sam for a long time, and then yeah, I think Shanae and my mom and Chiz, yo, that would have been
good combo.
Good combo, yo, and like some of the range of the songs we could have sang, it would have been amazing.
I think it would have made a big difference.
Yeah.
Something to think about.
Yeah.
So then that next thing is when we had to choose a venue, how did we come about Athlon Baptist?
I think just as we were planning the concert, I think we got very, very reminiscent because if you don't know, Dwight actually sang in a group beforehand.
And 5 years, I think I was a long time.
I wouldn't know because I was just like, oh, Dwight's in a group. Oh wow, I didn't know that. And then
yeah, male
quartet. So Dwight sang in that group for a while, also with Ash. That's where you met Ash actually.
No, I knew Ash before. Ash and I were friends from school already.
Yeah.
But then that was the first time the two of us had sung together.
Yeah, so that's where Ash came from as well. So he sang this group, and I remember the venue, Athlon Baptist. They also had a concert there, and I was like, yeah, that would be such a cool vibe. Because I remember it was late at night when we went.
Yeah.
And I remember the lights. That was like the main thing that made those.
Which is very hot in the front. I'm just saying, very hot.
I remember those cool lights in the stage lights. And Dwight, one of Dwight's requirements for the concert as well was he wanted stage lights.
Of course.
A spotlight just for himself. I mean, honestly, man, how self-conceited can you be?
A concert comes once in your lifetime.
So he wanted a spotlight as well. And I remember the lights and that, and we had other venues as well. A few members and people we know, because we also, I think, when we started planning our concert, it was also like concert vibe for days. There were like so many groups doing concerts. I think we attended like 3 concerts that year in our planning year. I think the concert vibe was in. They say love is in the air, but concert was in the air.
Definitely.
That was that time. So it was just like Athlon Baptist. We loved it. We went, visited, connected with them, sent the pictures and stuff to Shanae and Nathaniel them in the group, and they went that time, and they also they were wowed by it as we were wowed by it, and it was the venue of choice. It had to be. It had to be the venue of choice, honestly, for our first concert.
And the thing is, the nice thing about the Athlon Baptist Church is that it is everything is already there. The lighting is already there. The stage is already a really big stage. So it takes a lot of away from you having to plan and to get props and get deco because it's already set up there.
Yeah, and it helped that we were such a lot of people afterwards. We're glad we had such a big stage.
Yeah, agreed.
Because we were like 10 or 11 people in total, and standing on the stage when you don't want to hug each other too much, because you want to swing your arms, and especially our stage performers, Dwight and Tanisha, they want to dance around a bit, so you want to give them as much stage.
I watched some of the videos, like Tanisha and I were having a jewel in front.
One of the songs we put on here, you'll see Dwight jigs a little in the beginning.
Not me. But no, definitely, I think also there wasn't any other venue compared to the other venues we had. Athlon Baptist was really an amazing venue. So, planning, designing.
I think there was so much planning in the beginning. I think it helped, but as soon as we had to restructure our group members, we had to replan a lot. And I think
it threw a lot out now. It threw a lot of the planning in the works because we keep on planning to a certain point.
Yeah, and
then someone leaves, and then you have to change the whole thing.
Yeah, and the one thing about we're planning your songs as well. Like, I'd say our sound has been consistent over the last 3 years, but it has altered quite a bit.
It has.
When you look at the changes, like some of the songs we're singing, I think we are more venturous now because we have more voices. I think mainly because Dwight and I don't have to sing 10 anymore. We just we can put those high songs in now. That's not our problem anymore. Yeah, and that was also planning that as well. And then I think it fell a lot on Dwight and my mom. We had to
Your mom was actually
we put her in charge of everything.
The coordinator.
Thank the Lord for that.
She did a good job on that.
She did a wonderful job.
There was a lot for her to try and manage because it's the first time we're doing a concert on such a big scale. but she was able to delegate, and majority of the stuff she was able to manage, whether it be selling of tickets or all of that.
Yes.
She really had a good grip
Yeah,
on that.
the food and everything, and that was also nice about the venue. When we eventually did choose Athens Baptist, they were just so so nice to work with.
We love them.
We can't thank you guys enough. Like
Really.
we got the venue, like, yeah, of course the venue is fine, and we needed sound. Yeah, of course the sound is fine, and we needed they wanted to sell food. Like, no, it's fine. We'll help you guys with that as well. And you need ticket selling. Yeah, we'll help you guys with ticket selling. I was like, this is just it felt like a breeze. It's like the Lord really knew what we needed in that moment, because it was a lot on the three of our hands.
It was.
Especially because we had 3 new members.
Yeah,
that we had
and you couldn't throw them under the bus and
Exactly,
be like
yeah.
expecting. We already had to get them up to speed with singing and with trying to integrate them in the group. So to still expect Tunisia and Julius and Timmy to do a lot of the helping when it came to the concert planning, that would have been unfair.
Yeah, so it was a lot. So a lot was on our plate, and the God just came in and He gave us people we could just handle some responsibilities to, and it worked out in the end. There was a lot of things we got to do that I don't think if we were completely on our own we'd been able to do.
I agree with that.
Yeah.
That I have to agree. And I think that was also one of the things that really showed me that God was in control and wanted us to have the concert at that time.
Yeah.
If ever I could tell you guys how much extra effort Athlone Baptist did for us when it came to allowing us to practice, providing of sound, making the venue available. Like, shout out to Meryl Liebner. Like, I would ask him for anything and he'd just be like, no problem. The man would drive from work to come and give us the key.
Yeah.
So Athlone really, as Matthew said, I don't think any other venue would have been perfect for our first concert, but that one.
That one was the best one, and I think planning went smoothly from there. We had connections for doing our tickets, doing our posters. That was probably what got me most excited when we started doing poster designs. Then my excitement went through the roof.
Because that's when it's real.
Yeah, that's when it's real as well. It's like, now you see, like, I'm going to show people now that I am doing a concert for real. And you're so nervous, and you're like, will this work out? As soon as you see that first poster design, like, oh, heck no, I am doing this full on, I need to do this. And I think I love the way our poster came out. Yeah.
Can I just say, Dean did a really good job on the poster. If ever you need poster ideas, Dean Opperman, that girl did really well. And like Matthew said, I actually printed the first at work. And to see it in front of you, like your picture is on a poster, it makes it seem really, really real.
It really real. And like you see it on we got it first on our phones and our computers. It's like, oh wow, I was like, wonderful in the design. And then we wanted a rough copy of what it would look like in person if we need to do any changes. So I printed a few copies, and as soon as we had like an A3 copy of it, I was like, our eyes just large, and it was like, yes. This is it.
This is it. Yeah,
this is it. That was so exciting. And I mean, we didn't keep to the time on the theme.
Can I just say Adventist time? Not allowed. It's our concert. Just for the record, it's our concert.
Yeah, everything else was consistent on the poster, but they were.
We're all allowed. It's our concert.
Yeah.
Guys, the next song that we're going to play for you, these two I met, as Matthew said, when I sang in my previous group.
Yeah.
They used to do duets, they sang solos together, and they just blew me away. Like, their vocal ability, and they make it seem so easy when they sing. And when we were planning the concert, I said to the guys, like, you have to get Liesel and Meryl to sing.
Yeah, and like when we went to a cantata that he arranged as well, and like when he did a solo there as well, and it's like, for sure we need to get him in there. Yeah, that was.
And Meryl's become like part of us now. He's so cool. Like, it became he's such a genuine person and really gives too much. And Liesel has such an amazing voice. Like, it's too good to be hidden. Like, I feel that, like, why he's not doing this professionally? Like, someone needs to pay him to sing. But they do a duet. They did 2 that evening.
They did 2 together and one.
And she sang one. And like, the ears were standing out. I now on the scenes you'll see, I just looked at my sister and I was like, these guys are really good.
They're really good. Yeah.
But I really hope that you enjoy the duet.
Yes.
And be blessed by
What could my just a simple carpenter, a man of meager means. I heard the voice of the angel speaking deep inside my dreams. It's so hard to understand that I'm a part of God's great plan. Who would have ever thought? Who could have ever dreamed that I would be the one to be a father to the king? God made it clear to see this was my destiny. I'm just a simple man, she's just a simple girl, and God would use the two of us to change the world. A star would point the way to finding a tiny baby born in Bethlehem. The angel said, "We call him Jesus, for he would save his people from their sin." Who would have ever thought? Who could have ever dreamed that we would be the ones to bear the King of Kings? God made it clear to see this was our destiny. I'm just a simple man. I'm just a simple girl. Yet God would use the two of us. God would use the two of us to change the world. God would use the two of us to change the world. Change the
Hi guys, I hope you enjoyed that as much as we did when we were live.
Ah, definitely,
The
definitely.
two of them are just so super talented.
Brought back so much memories.
Yo, there's so much nostalgia I get from just viewing some of the concert stuff now.
Of course.
Yeah, you know, like after you're done with your concert and then you singing all the things, so you didn't really paying attention to how it sounds, and everybody's at the end was like, "Wow, you guys did so well, so well." I'm like, "Thank you," but I don't really know if I did
And
well.
knowing me, I was like, I want to. Half time someone came to me and they were like, "You did well," and I was like, because they could say, "You're not sure when you're on
Yeah.
stage, you can't hear."
You can't tell. You just trying to sing what you
Yeah.
sing, and then just to hear them afterwards, to sit down and listen to them was like that was the best part of the concert. Just not singing and
I
listening to
agree.
someone else.
And also for me, the singing with the audience was really
Yeah.
also cool. So that was cool.
nice. So that was one thing when we did our song list. We wanted to make sure that we involve the audience as well, which was key to it. So lots of our song choices were like driven from songs we did previously, and then brand new songs that we did. There were a lot of brand new songs that we did into the list, and then with participation with the audience, we wanted songs that were familiar and that they could easily just sing along with. So
I think the reason for that is I attend a lot of concerts because I'm very much into music, and I sometimes think that people go and they just listen. It's cool to listen to just everybody, but I feel that sometimes I get to a concert and halfway through I'm already bored because I haven't done anything and not even sung anything. And that was one of the things that I told the group, that I really feel strongly that the audience, just to keep your attention, because it's a long time to sit, you're just sitting and listening in, and as beautiful as it might sound, you're also like, okay, but I want to do something, and that really did work for us because I think we could see people were really starting to enjoy themselves and we sang songs that they could relate to, which was really cool.
That was so nice. So I think the first few songs we chose were like songs we did already. So Just Gonna Be Contented.
Yeah.
Right, there was a lot of acapella Dwight wanted to do. So
that was very much
yeah,
related
so
to acapella.
acapella was first on the list of things we probably did. So there was that.
Just Couldn't Be Contented.
Just Gonna Be Contented.
You've Got to Do Right.
Got to
was
Do Right
definitely
was, and then
on there.
Sikaba went on there.
Yeah.
Like those were very quickly on our list. I can't remember what that Master Tempest obviously we did that we played for you guys. Was there another one we did? Another acapella? I can't even remember.
So many.
We did, but those were the first few that came to us that we wanted to do. And then there were lots of songs, even from when Stephen named that we had ideas that never came through. Like we wanted to do I'm Forgiven by the vocal band. And we even practiced it once upon a time, and it just,
yeah, we did actually.
Yeah, and that was fun. But it never came through. It never pulled through.
I think we were struggling also, if you can remember, Matthew, we were struggling a lot with opening a song at first or second half. That was one of the things that we were really... So when we're choosing the songs, we're actually trying to think of
the sort of vibe
that we give, yeah. So we had chosen a cappella, and then there were some tough decisions made because there were some of the old songs that we did that I didn't want to do. But like at Calvary wasn't one of my favorites.
Yeah, but I forced that in there.
Yeah. And then Out of Bondage was also one that I did not.
Yeah.
But I think we initially had a list. Each one had to make a list.
So we took like 3 or 4 months to come up with songs, and we had a list of like 30 to 32 songs that we wanted to do.
Correct.
And we cut it down to like 20 or something like that, 22. Not all of them came through that were on the final list. But there was a steep list of songs we wanted to do, like many different artists as well. That's one thing we wanted to be so diverse. That's the word I'm looking for. We wanted to be so diverse with the sort of artists and the sort of things we do. Not any Christian rock, of course, but not our vibe. But the diverse types of music, soft music, music with full orchestra, music with backing vocals or instruments in them. And that was our main thing. We wanted so many songs, and we just sat around and we were like, do you want this one? And we say aye or nah, yes or no.
We just vote on it, and the majority, if it doesn't reach a certain amount, it's cut.
So they were like songs that were instant hits for us. For like when I'm trying to think of the song when we did The Love of God that we all wanted to do.
That was the Jim Brady version.
Yeah, we were so excited for that. When we did My Heart Would Be Your Bethlehem, we wanted to do that. That was immediate in our list.
But that was also something that we also wanted to do. One of the things we wanted to do a lot of acapella when it came to song choice. Secondly, we wanted to have a lot of diversity, but also because it was that time of the year, we wanted to do Christmas songs as well, which was really cool. And I think that's where My Heart Would Be. Yeah,
My Heart Would Be. We had a lot of other things as well, like Oh Holy Night.
Yeah, that was an option as well.
That's an option. There were a few other things as well. I can't even remember because the list of
other songs
was
long.
There were like 6 Christmas songs and like 28 or something other songs.
I don't even remember the others. There was a lot. I know there was.
Yeah, I can't imagine what it'd be if we do an album someday.
Yeah, I know. If it's already struggling just to get the songs that is on. But there were some that we immediately all agreed on. There were some that we really wanted to do. I think even the opening song that we did.
Oh, yeah. That came later on.
That was also very late.
That was like later on in the 3 or 4 months.
Because that wasn't on one of our favorites. Because the song is very quick and it's...
Yeah, but I think you and I pushed off. Because as soon as I heard it, I was like, yes, that's our opening song. I heard it in my head. I was like, that's the sort of thing, come out, thriving with your influence. That was the theme I wanted. It was like it builds up a crowd. It was so good. And my mom wasn't too keen on it.
No, she definitely wasn't. Because she had to sing majority of the solos.
Yeah, the group when they sang the first time weren't too keen on it.
We practiced it as well. The first few times we practiced the song,
it did not click.
I said to Matthew, like, I'm not sure about the song. And the strange thing is, which happens a lot with our group, is that we practice a song and when it comes back, where we just decide to re-practice it again, it just clicks automatically, and this was definitely one of those.
Yeah, one of those that clicks. Like, it took us a while. It took like 2 or 3 practices because it's a very fast rhythmic song. Literally, didn't the Lord say so. So like you constantly, and I don't, because Tommy and Tanisha, Julius sings in the group before.
Yeah,
Tommy
yeah.
and Tanisha didn't really sing that often, so breathing was a lot of things because you have to hold your breaths, and you speaking very quickly in the thing, so your breathing is key to it. So the first time they sang it, even Tanya sat there leaning across the table like, yo guys, no, let's take a break.
I remember that.
Yeah,
I do remember
that was fun, but I wanted it very bad, and Dwight, he loved the song. I had a few doubts, but as soon as we got into the rhythm of the song, it was an instant favorite from everybody.
I remember listening once to it in the office, and I was like, wow, this actually doesn't sound that bad after all. I mean,
Yeah,
after like the second or third practice. But I think when it comes to the concert, that's one of the things you play. Your opening song, your closing song of the
Yeah.
first half, your opening half of the song of the second half, and
Yeah.
then the closing song at the end, obviously, which has to be a big crescendo. But I think what was weird with the song choices, and afterwards, once we started practicing the songs, people actually started loving it. I know
Yes.
Julius was one of the people who said My Heart to Be Your Bethlehem became one of his favorite
Yeah,
songs that
he
we
loves
did at the
singing that
concert.
song. He really enjoyed because I don't think he knew the song
He didn't
initially, but I really enjoyed the song, and I got to sing baritone in the song, which it made me even happier.
And Lyle also pushed for that song because he
Yeah.
had sung it in a previous group, and for us to do it again, he was really excited to have that. Just something I think we forgot to mention. So Lyle and Samantha had sung in the group. I know we mentioned Sam sang in the group,
Yes.
but Lyle had a while back, and we were trying to get. We did try and get a kind of a reunion vibe, as Matthew said,
Yes.
but of course Nathaniel and Shania are out of the country, so I don't know, they're not going to be able to come to perform. But Lyle and Samantha were gracious enough to join us for that evening with
Yes.
certain songs. I think we did eight songs with them,
Yes.
which was really cool to have, and they did bring an extra flavor with them as well.
It's like we know the exact number we did with them because we were so keen, like we wanted them a part of the concert
Yeah,
as well.
definitely. Not just as supporting, but as
Yeah.
on and song, because they did contribute.
They contribute a lot, and they are part of the making of the group. So
Yeah,
it was important that they had some sort of integration into the thing as well. And I think that was a key element in the songs we chose. Like we knew at Calvary, we wanted them at
Out of Bondage, definitely
we
needed
definitely
loud
needed,
because the
yeah.
notes are very low for the bass.
Yeah, so Out of Bondage, we needed them at
Master the Tempest.
Master Tempest we wanted because Sam as well. I think she arranged it.
She that yeah,
originally.
Samantha's arrangement.
She arranged it originally, so just for her to be in there, we wanted her in there. Praise You as well. We knew that because I wasn't gonna sing the bass in that song. I knew.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because we generally, when we sing it as is, we don't sing it with bass.
We don't sing with bass, and if I sing with that song, I'm probably doing tenor for one of the guys who are not
who's
there.
sick or
Yeah, so I'm covering for them, and it's not that high, so I can sing it, so that's fine. So I wasn't going to do bass, so we knew those were the songs, and some of the songs afterwards, the girl song, we knew Samantha would be in there, the guy song.
Yeah, DB was in.
We
for
didn't
our...
do a guy song. You
did My Heart.
Yeah, but
not the full
we
guy
did that
song.
typical thing we do where before Julius came, and you could do Julius and Tammy to an extent, but where Julius could do first tenor. We did the thing where like, okay, we'll do a guy song and we'll just put Jackie on as first tenor.
We tried it, everything. Let's not knock. We did try.
We
no.
were as well. I think we could have probably made it an all guy song, but we learned afterwards about the real ranges of these guys. Yeah,
because remember, it's trial and error. We only know them for 6 months. So
6 months, yeah. And by the time that song came, it was only 2 months in with them. So it was we hadn't really fully learned their range and what their singing abilities were. So, or we're still trying to instill some extra singing abilities in them. So we're still learning about them, and then so we did that with Lau, and we knew like we wanted them to encompass in that, and then some of the other songs we like. Sikaba was there because it's an upbeat song. We wanted some upbeat songs as well. Seekers of Your Heart, that came.
That had to be in because that's a classic from when we started. The girls have always done a good job on that, so that was definitely one of those that we had to put.
Yeah, we had to put Seekers of Your Heart.
Because you wanted to do some old and some new. You didn't want it to be accused of not giving homage to those songs that had really touched people previously. Because I know my uncle said to me, like, he came to one of our performances and he said he was very disappointed because he was expecting some older stuff. And I thought that we had to find a good balance. And I think we did.
We did find a really good balance
on that.
Even it was just like our old stock, but as well some old songs.
Yeah.
So it's like a combination of the two that we threw in there, which was really nice. And I think there were songs, like I said, we fell in love with. There were some songs we grinded through. That's what I like to call it.
We had to practice
Yeah,
extra.
like we fell in love with the love of God, but we grinded through practices to get that out. We really praises was we had to grind out that song as well. That song, even though we came quite late into that song we practiced it. It went okay, but we slowly built into the rhythm of the song. Some songs you have to just learn by repetition.
Yeah, that's the best way.
That's the best way. And then nothing's worrying me as well.
And Out of Bondage,
Out of Bondage.
Can I just say that song I didn't want at the concert, but they wanted it, and Lal also had previously. We practiced it as on song, but we never got to performing it.
Before me as well. Yeah.
And that was such a big song that Ernie Oz does, and we even practiced on my birthday. I spent my birthday practicing with the guys. That's how dedicated we were to that.
Yeah, we did a lot of extra practice sessions in that.
And that's one thing I want to say about the group is that when it comes to commitment and practices, even Sam and Lau, they were very available, and I think that made it easier for us.
Yeah, that did make it easy for us because we're not like natural born talented singers, I'd like to say.
I agree on that.
So we it takes us a bit or two to sometimes some things click, some things you must trial and error, and that we needed that as well.
And also the venue was also always available, which made it easier for us. I remember there were times when we were sitting till like 8-9 o'clock in the evening, still working on arrangements.
Yeah.
And they were okay with it, so I really appreciate Athlone Baptist Church.
I think it's so nice as well. We like the weeks in between. I think we needed that time as well, just to, because there'd be certain practices we'd end songs, and we'd feel like this is probably not going to make it, and then we'd come back the next week and it sounds like, oh wow, this is, why don't we sing this at the concert just like this?
I know. That's the weird thing about our group. Like it seems the more we practice something, the sound just generally comes to.
Yeah.
Without us having a session, I assume the guys practice in the weekend. I think that makes the difference. But yeah, there's a lot of pressure. It was a lot of pressure close to the time, and especially when it gets to, I can recall a practice, because we weren't always using the sound we were going to use. Can I just put that out there? There were many practices where I left. I know there was one that close to the deadline.
Probably the first one we did with the sound.
Yeah, which sounded horrible.
It's an understatement.
And asked them, like, I was just quiet because I was like, oh no, did we make a mistake? And then I think there was 2 after that, like I think 2 before we had the concert.
Yeah.
And the sound was still not right. And I was asked to Nisha and tell me shame. They were talking in the car and I was just zoned out because you feel the pressure of things are not sounding right. But in the end, it actually worked out. I think sometimes with a lot of prayer, that was the one thing that we really did a lot during the concert. We prayed a lot so that things could sound right.
Yeah, and I think like even there were a lot of practices, a lot of songs we chose, and like sometimes I think prior to the concert we sang some of them at events as well. That was like some of my favorite things as well. We did praise you a lot. Oversang that.
Too much.
I didn't sing it much, but oversang that.
Thank goodness it's gone.
We wanted to do It Is Well as well. Slid that out. Put in the side from that. Put in It's Not an Easy Road, and we sang that a lot as well.
Yeah,
like
true.
That was like when Nate left, and we already did that song with him. So I was quite comfortable with Tina because let me tell you, when we first did that song, we did it at my church in Grassy Park, home church. Wow, back to home churches. We did it at my church as well, and we did it for the first time. Then Dwight, I remember as we get closer and closer, because we're doing it in divine service, so I was like, are we sure we want to do this song? He was so nervous, and everybody else but the leader was so confident in the song. That was that is the type of confidence you need in the leader now. You know, you just doubt and everybody else wants to do
Nobody else really knows why he says that.
And then when we sang it for the first time, it was like hit, and we sang it at every other church after that, and it was just like it was our staple song for a while.
I think that was one. That's one of the songs for me, I want to be sure when I get on stage. I don't want to play around. And that was one of the songs we had practiced. So also we practiced before and it didn't sound right. It just didn't sound right.
I think because there were so many small things we changed in the time.
Exactly.
I changed like 3 times the ending. and Dwight changed some of the softer bits like multiple times.
And that's the thing. Sometimes you just have to, and that's why I wasn't sure because we had never performed it, and that's also made us stronger now. I think now we do new songs. This year alone, we've done 2, 3 new songs
Three new
as
songs, like,
performances.
after 2 or 3 practices, we've done it. Yeah.
And that, so sometimes you just also have to go with the flow, and I had to learn that I sometimes just need to let the reins go and just trust everybody that they know their parts.
Like I call our pre-concert thing like the world tour we did. We
Yeah,
did so many
We
churches.
did so many because you have to
Before-
build up more
yeah,
stuff to
build
get
up
people
and tour
there.
for like one of my favorite things when we were doing the concert, one of the last month we got it mailed and we did the last minute things for the church and the arrangement and things and the chairs, the layout for the church and how it would be. And when we sat there, it's like, okay, you guys got tickets on sale. It's like, yes, okay. So you see, it tells us like, I'm not gonna sell all your
Yeah, I'm
tickets for
not
you guys. You're on your
responsible for
own.
it,
So it's
yeah.
like, do you have any tickets for us? We're like, yeah, we put tickets aside. And it's like, okay, are you guys selling? We're like, yeah, like sold 80% of the radio. It's like, what? It's like, yeah.
I know the support was amazing. I was
Yeah.
shocked. That's the one thing you always stress about when you plan a concert. Will people support? I mean, we're not one of the most prominent groups in Cape Town, but to my surprise, people were buying tickets.
Exactly. And like, I enjoyed, like, we did so many non-Adventist churches as
Yeah.
well. We did so many Sunday
Agreed.
churches. Like, that it's just to experience that and see the people's excitement when you see such. I don't think other outside groups don't really, like, in general, vocal harmonizing groups are not really a thing that go around
It's
in
generally
churches.
with a band. they
Yeah,
do
it's
the
generally a
band.
band or a soloist or
track
one or
or-
two.
yeah.
Yeah, those are things like of vocal harmony groups, as we like to call ourselves. They don't generally go to churches like these, and so for them, they were so welcome and so like they
I loved
enjoyed it,
yeah,
and
the
like
reception.
like some of my favorite
Favorite.
experience. My favorite experiences last year was just doing those Sunday churches and like going to other churches as well, and testing out the songs we did. Like a song I regret not doing in the concert was "Sailing with Jesus." Not because I sing the solo in there, but just because it's the vibe of it, and like
It was a different vibe.
it's a different vibe, and it's such a cool experience. Just such a flowing song. It's like a laid back song to sing. I'd have loved to have sang that.
But I think that's one thing we definitely need to keep on doing is attending the Sunday churches. It's a good way to minister and the appreciation. Even it's really it spurs you on as a singer. Sometimes you just need someone like that to do that. But Matthew, I think we've talked a lot now. Shane, guys, the song we're about to show you now. As we said, it was Christmas time and we wanted to do, and we decided to do a Christmas medley.
Eventful, yeah.
Very eventful. I know 2 practices before the end of the year.
Yeah.
Before we did the concert, we still were sitting late at night
Yeah, working on the medley.
working on the medley, and it actually turned out quite cool. It's very long. It's a long medley, but I think there's nothing I would change about it.
I would change the length.
The
It's
length,
about
definitely,
yeah,
but
because
the
it's
songs-
like 9 minutes.
It
We're not
is.
gonna play the full 9 minutes.
No,
guys
I
don't
think
know what
we'll
it
just give you a little preview
Yeah,
of it.
we'll put each bit of the song and cut it out like 2.5
Yeah,
minutes. That's
but I think overall, each song just gelled well with one another. How
Yeah.
we came up with arrangements and stuff. Sitting on the steps of Ackland at the stage,
Yeah, I know.
trying
Like,
to work out. No, this
It-
doesn't sound
yeah.
right. That doesn't work.
just like picture us, guys. We're on the stage and we're just like we're so spread out. We want on a chair. I'm sitting there with a mic.
Literally doing that. You're literally.
Jackie,
doing
them
that.
are on the floor. The others are just sitting around. And that's the cool thing about cordless mics as well.
Yeah.
You sit wherever you want because we practice with our cordless mics and you
To get used to it,
Yeah,
yeah.
and you could just sit and just listen to yourself sing, which was so cool. And we did so many Christmas. We done 5
5
songs in here, and I'd say it's the first and last time we put so many songs in the
Agreed.
medley.
Agreed.
But for the time, I think it was great, and we got the crowd singing along as well, which was our main idea, which was like it was a familiar tune. Each song, each Christmas song, people knew and they could sing along with it. So
But I hope you enjoyed the small preview and that you enjoy it as much as we did.
Joy to the world, the Lord is come. Let earth receive the King. Let every heart prepare in room, and heaven and nature sing, and heaven and nature sing, and heaven
that was our medley. I hope you enjoyed it.
Yeah.
It was very interesting making it. Last minute events, and that was the last thing we did in the concert, I think, in preparation. So
Yeah, it was left until the last, definitely.
yeah,
Definitely.
so there was definitely a few things we did in the last minute. One of the things we did was as well we went shopping
Oh,
together as a group. So
don't ever do that again. I'm never planning to do that.
it was
again.
eventful. I can't really speak for the girls, but as the boys, we decided we'd go to Canal Walk. It was like a week or two before.
It was a bit early.
Yeah, I think 2 weeks.
Two
Just about 2 weeks before the concert, and so we went shopping together. We're gonna have matching outfits. So we as the boys, obviously we were gonna have the same color suits on anyway.
Yeah,
so
we decided that. Yeah.
so we were just going to match whatever the girls would wear for shirts. So they were the, the real dilemma in the situation. So we're like, okay, we're gonna go to Canal Walk and we're gonna go around shopping for the day, and whatever you find, let us know, and we'll just buy shirts that color coordinate with it. So as boys, we decided what we really needed to shine was like jackets. We
Definitely.
needed jackets.
And
that
those
was-
jackets were winner.
yeah,
Definitely.
we needed jackets just to let it shine. So we walked around, and we as boys was Dwight and I and
Timmy
Timmy.
and Julius.
Well, Julius wasn't with that day, was he?
No, Timmy was alone.
Timmy was alone with us that day, so we walked around. We went to Edgar's. We went to Polo. That was eventful.
Ridiculous. The prices were
Yeah,
ridiculous at
We
Polo.
we learned the prices of premium things, so that was important. So we went to Polo, and we just had fun with it. We walked around. We half the time we weren't even shopping. I think we just walked around the stores. We started price comparing. Who can find the most
Yeah,
expensive
that was a thing we were doing. And then we still went to go play games, I think, afterwards.
Yeah,
didn't
we played a bit of games waiting for the girls. We spent the whole time in like sportsman's warehouse, and we were just messing up.
Yeah, there we were. There you could see we were crazy. They were real guys. We were playing with the doing weights. Tim was trying to do
Yeah.
weights, and a small boy even did. And we're throwing around
Yeah.
rugby balls, tennis rackets,
Yo,
everything. you could
everything.
think
We
of.
played a bit of golf, tennis. We took everything in the store, and then we left. We went to go play some games. We had ice cream, I think, but
we did, yeah.
yeah, we had a bit of
Can
a
I
lunch.
just say, like, no females like to shopping, but what a waste of a day. Like, it was crazy. They spent the whole day and they only had outfits for one.
Yeah, for the first half, only a top.
I
That's
was
it.
like, what? So that's definitely something I'm never gonna do again.
Yo, that was I. But
I love
enjoyed it.
Canal Walk, but
Yeah.
it was a no from me.
But yo, we just heard complaining between of them. No, we don't want this outfit. And we couldn't find this color to match. And like, girls, man, yo. At the end of the day, they just all went their own way.
Yeah,
But, yo,
which could have saved us all that time.
yeah, but we wouldn't have had that moment with Timmy.
Yeah, we had
We-
good bonding.
Yeah, he decided to buy some KFC for himself.
Yes,
And if you're at the concert, he shared the story with us. But
It was hilarious.
yeah, so basically, Timmy decided he was going to have some chicken. I also had some
Of course,
KFC.
the lady.
Yeah, so he was looking for something to buy, and he saw this I think they call it the variety box
Yeah.
or something. So there's zinger wings in it, and that time they had the masala chicken as well. So he walks up to the till, and the lady asks him, "Okay, would you like the chicken hot, or would you like it plain?" And he says she just gave him this look.
The way she looked
Yeah,
at
she
him,
just
yeah.
looked at him, like his masculinity was now at threat.
Really, Timmy.
So he says, no, I want it hot. And she looks at
And
him.
she asked, "Are you sure?"
Are you sure?
Clearly, she knew
Yeah.
he couldn't
She
handle
knew
it.
something clearly we didn't know, but clearly she's seen this. She's attest to the KFC threat, and
Yep.
she's like, "Are you sure?" And he said, "Yes, I want it hot." So we go around. At our table, we eventually get all our things. I think I bought myself a wrap, and I bought myself a crusher.
And your mama had steers, I think.
And
I had
steers.
nuts. Tunisia also had Kentucky.
The cheers again Kentucky as well. So very simple things. I don't even know
Oh,
what jacket.
Don and jacket.
Did they have pizza? Did they have?
I know Tony was looking for
McDonald's,
sushi, but she
did
couldn't
they-
find.
Oh, she didn't.
It was too expensive. Yeah, just
Yeah.
$100 or something.
There was yo, I didn't even know what to do. They went for like because I know they came back and it's like, yo, this is your food.
It was very little shame.
So like this is we sat at the table, we found a nice
Yeah,
area in
good,
Canal
good.
Walk, we sat together and in the food court obviously, and to me it is burger and chips first. Fine. Then he starts going for zinger wings. And the first few bites of zinger wings, all he starts yelling is and he starts clearing his throat. And he just starts coughing. And as he starts to bite more into it, he starts to hop in his chair
And
more
he's
like
kicking on the floor. He's like kicking on
and
the
he's jumping on the chair. And it's just his face starts to get all red, and obviously the heat is now getting to him. And oh, that was such a good day. Honestly, I had such a laugh.
I was laughing. Tanisha stopped eating. She said he just gave the whole appetite left after she said Tammy was crying.
Yeah, that was
But
funny.
it was funny. But it was a good day. We got things done. I think that was the most important thing.
We bonded as boys.
We did.
Eventually, we did go on a separate date with the girls. We went to go get our stuff.
Yeah, no, because I wasn't gonna do that again. I'm sorry. Another day.
Yeah, another day. Yeah. So what we did, we go with Julius, Dwight and I. We got in the car, went to Palisade, to get Timmy. Timmy was, but he took a bath for like 3 hours. We just know we were waiting for him, and we walked up and down the shops. We went shopping. We bought stuff for Cheslin and them. The concerts were ready, so we
Can I say something, guys? So we went shopping that day, but also there was load shedding. You know,
Yeah.
that was the time that load shedding was very prevalent. It might be coming back. They're saying, but I'm saying that time it was very. We go into Sanlam Center, and while we're busy shopping at Clicks, the light switch off. Then I ask, can I pay? They say no, because the machines don't work. Funny story. I went with the guys to. Where did we go to shopping afterwards? At
I went to
N1 City.
no shopping center. Went to first.
Okay, but we got the clothing for the guys. We went shopping. And as we're going, I'm going to shops and I'm asking them their opinions. Do you think this Ferrero Rocher? Do you think that type of Lindt chocolate? They're helping me all along, not knowing that I'm actually buying gifts for them for the concert. And it was hilarious. In my head, I'm thinking to myself, can you not be so silly? You're actually helping buy your own gift.
It's not my fault. Like as you said, it was gifts for the church. I was
Yeah,
like,
that's
okay.
what I said, yeah.
And for like Dean and Samantha, it's like, okay, cool.
To thank them was
To
not
thank
that.
them all. So it's like, okay, cool. You know, we can shopping there, and we bought something for Julius as well. We got him a shirt.
Yeah.
Which was also a very interesting shopping experience.
Not gonna slay Julius on here, but I'm just saying.
Just saying, yeah, we went shopping for Julius as well, and
Julius has this tendency where he likes things to be, he likes to show his muscles, so it has to be tight fitting. Sometimes it doesn't always work. That's all I'm gonna
that's what I
say.
said. We're not putting anything
Yeah,
against
no,
Julius.
we won't throw you under the bus.
Yes,
Julius,
but
don't worry.
basically, yes, we went shopping. Load shedding came in. We were like at the suit place. We were like, because we wanted jackets now. We want like proper flare jackets, and they're like, we come there like, well, we just went to Paris Center now, and it's like they don't have electricity, or we're not gonna not be able to get our things at all today, because we were like, we already planned a separate day from the girls because it was chaos when we went with them, so we wanted our separate day. We go there, and as we're looking through the store, the first thing we ask, can we pay? And they're like, yes. Cool. So we're walking through the shop now. We start seeing our jackets. We're like, okay, there's a red one. Timmy doesn't like a red. I don't know what's going on there.
I like that burgundy one actually.
That was really cool, yeah. What was it, Julius?
Julius didn't like
Julius
it.
didn't like the red. We go to white jackets. No, white jackets are out. We get black jackets. No, but plain. And then we see these blue jackets, and like I like them. Dwight likes them.
Julius likes them.
Timmy likes them. Julius is apprehensive.
He's always on the fence.
He's so on the fence. Because he sees this other black jacket with like patterns on it.
I was
It's
like, no.
and we're like, no, Julius, but this,
No.
look at these jackets, Julius. It's like, they're shining, and you just saw on the Christmas event how good we look, guys. Come on, man, in those blue jackets.
We did. Even when we came on stage, everybody was like, woo! In the second half.
We blew them away, and we're like, I must say, we all look good. The girls at the end of the day.
It worked out.
Yeah, they sorted themselves out. They were looking
Even
good.
though it took so long.
yeah, and so we got these jackets, and as Julius put it on, he was like, and he looked in the mirror, he's like, no guys, these are the jackets. And we all were just like, that's our shopping day done. We don't need to do anything more. We went afterwards, went to go eat, then we went to get himself a pie.
And Sprite.
And a Sprite. We got ourselves, Dwight and I got ourselves a nice burger and chips because I was hungry.
Yeah, we went to Rockamama's.
Yes, I was hungry because
But it was nice.
Yeah, I didn't eat an whole day because we were gonna have lunch first. That was the plan, and we still had some mooses when we went to the mall, but I was hungry. We were eating like 8 hours awake and we hadn't eaten yet. So it was like, yo, I needed food. And tell me just a pie and coke because you sensitive stomach.
Yeah, no, after you learned from Century City's
they learned from
mistakes.
Century City. So well, that was the food, but we still had practice that night as well. And
We did?
That was our
That
second
Friday
last.
night.
Yeah, that was our second
I
last
remember
practice
that.
session. And that was the last one that we slid in. That was shopping for us, which was I enjoyed it. We started.
Traumatizing. The guys, I want to say the guys easy. We are very easy.
Yeah.
We tend to find clothing together quite. We can agree on something very
Yeah.
quickly. The one thing I did tease them, which we never, I was like, guys, we are wearing the same everything, the same shirts, the same socks, the same underwear, and they were like, yo, it's like, yeah, they're the same of
Yeah,
everything.
because like with Julius loves his fruit pie.
Yeah, he likes his socks, his different type of socks.
Different types of his fruit themed socks. So we were also like, we're gonna also
Yeah,
get
we
in some.
did actually look, but it's way too expensive and
No,
what
it wasn't worth it. And we couldn't find something we really liked.
Exactly, so we left that.
So we left that for the last month, but our jackets killed. And we even made a day of it as the boys when we returned our jackets because we hired them. And we hung out together, we played games. I learned a lot about Julius and Timmy that day.
Yo, Julius was slating me on that day, guys. I'm telling you. Yo, he was attacking me from the time I got in the car.
That was after the concert. That was so much fun.
That was cool. I think the boys should do that again. We should definitely.
And
But
then,
now we only have 2 girls, so we'll take them.
We'll take them as well. Okay, yeah, we'll take them.
We'll take them.
But apprehensively, shall take them. But, and then one of the last things we did right after the concert was we went on the radio, which was amazing. It was
Matthew set that up, by the way.
Yeah,
After lots of planning.
Yes, lots of planning, and Dwight just had the idea one day. It was like, no, guys, we need to go on the radio. I want to go on the radio. He was serious about it. It's like when we originally planned it, we were like 6 months before the time we were gonna go on the radio. That was
must not advertise.
Yeah, that was with Nathan the year before already, and so we stitched the concert a year later, and then we didn't actually say that. We actually stitched the concert.
Yeah,
it was supposed to happen a year earlier.
But because of the...
Yeah, because of everything that happened. We stitched it a year later, and then like a month and a half before the time, I was like, we want to go on the radio. So I worked, tried and get connection, emailed the people. I sent like 20 emails to CCFM.
Because I had been on there with my previous group, and I was
Yeah.
very much like, it's an experience that we have to have. So it was really cool.
So we got on the radio, and I'm so glad we did that. That was my favorite part besides the concert of that whole event.
Can I say, for me, it was different in the fact that I had been there, but the person that had, I felt this one was better because he had a theme to his thing.
Yeah.
The lady that did it the last time, she was too all over the place, whereas I felt Pastor Franco actually had a theme. He knew it was part of his thing and he wanted us to use. Because his story is about time to decide. So it's like we make a decision for Christ. And he individually went through us and got to know each of us. I thought it was really cool. He even let us sing a few songs on air, which I really thought, and even have time for people to give feedback. So I felt his was much more planned than what we did previously with Forgiven Me. They were just, she was all over the place.
Yeah, and we actually had a few people listen in who came in. That was so nice, and we really felt support. And like, if you listen back, guys, you can hear my voice on its worst day, because I was
really sick.
I was sick that you guys, like the like 3 days before the concert was the only time my throat actually cleared up, because I was so sick that
we could hear,
and you could hear my voice. It was only starting to recover, but my voice was
bad,
singing bass that second last event before while I was busy with my throat, like that sucked. But we got to the concert. We still on the day we were arranging the video recordings. We trying to sort out the sound. We're trying to get haircuts because it's load shedding.
That was the worst part. Like, we were planning to be there 2 hours ahead of time. We knew what time load shedding was in Athlone, and we were trying to get ahead of there. But oh my goodness, we faced Julius. Julius still needs to have his haircut. We come to Strandfontein thinking, okay, we don't have load shedding till like the afternoon.
Yeah.
Well, they're not load shed while they're busy cutting Julius's hair.
It's load shedding while Julius haircut. We ran all the way to
Matthew and I haven't cut ours yet.
So
and I'm not gonna sing. We're not gonna sing without you.
Yeah, exactly. So we ran to another barber, another area to get electricity to cut our hair there, and we're looking for bar chairs to still sit on stage because we're short a few. And so luckily my friend came through, and a few others. We got some bar chairs there. Come to the concert. Still need to set up sound with Gavin. also a mess that day.
And we got there, and there were people inside already. That was one of the things. We were looking for the guy who Merrill, who generally helps us, and he was coming from Wales. He had traveled that weekend with the church, and we're looking for him, and his people are sitting inside and trying to arrange everything. We were running around on the last day. Like my uncle said to me, they were on time because some people are generally we said 3:30, and in our minds it's on in song 3:30 for 4. Most I mean.
for 4 o'clock.
But we was sitting there opposite, people outside already opposite, and we running around. Like some of them came in and I was still running off the stage and on the stage and off the stage. He said to me afterwards, he was a bit nervous because he thought this is amazing, he's still running around.
Yeah, because even on the day I was helping in the sound in the back because I was quite familiar with the sound arrangement. So generally if we go to appointments, I help out on the sound just to let them know what it should sound like, how we blend as a group and things like that.
Because you have got a good thing.
Yeah, so I do this. So I ran all the way to the back and I'm running forward. And as I'm running back to go to the sound, I hear people greeting me, hi. I'm like, hi, I need to go.
I don't have time to sound.
I don't have time to
but it's just a rude if you don't, so I think you're like...
So I'm running up and down and people look at me, it's like, is this the concert that
I know. I mean, if I had someone attending, I'd also be like,
I'd be very nervous.
Very worried.
Yeah, and that was like the thing. And then we had also a video right before we went in, we had a video.
Which we recorded the
the night before. Yeah, so
at the last break.
The night before we were also doing a lot of things. I was fixing lyrics for us on
this
so I did it the weekend before, but there were a few changes we need to make, so I had to fix a few lyrics that we did on the teleprompter. We had a video, an introduction video that we did, which I honestly I wasn't that good at editing back then, so the sound was a bit off, but like, the overall theme, like I still love that idea that we did. I think that was my favorite things that we did. Cool. Which is like each person was part of the context, except Melon and Lisa, like each person of the group, and
someone else
and Lyle
and Samantha left.
Yeah, Samantha left early, so we couldn't record with her. So we sat in the venue and we did a little talking segment, like just a quick little prayer that we did. We recorded, and each one gets a turn just to say something, and like. That was my favorite part of one of the favorite things we did up until before the concert. And then on the concert day, like
fetching of water, I think.
We fetched water. We
also had snacks. Because we generally noticed that people are hungry, especially you as the performers, and everybody goes to eat and buy, and you don't get to eat anything. So we had arranged for snacks, pies, and some wasses and stuff.
Yeah.
Which I hardly ever ate because Matthew and I think I still go look for a friend of mine.
looking for a friend of yours. So.
I know there was a lot of people eating outside of the window for our snacks, so. But we had a lot of prep. We did have a lot of prep.
A lot of prep that day. So a lot of last minute things. I wish we had an external events organizer. That would have been so nice to have an external.
But not too expensive. I mean.
Yeah, but like we did what we had to do. We got to do it, and it was amazing, guys. Like I watch back on the videos, and I think I'm so proud of us, of what we achieved in such a short span of time. Like it really only came together like 6 or 7 months before the time. They really got the ball rolling. So just to do that and to know that's now we've got it in our bags. We've done a concert. Like just to sit here and relief and be so proud about that. That is like I'm so happy about it. And there are a few things we could have done better. But there are a few things I don't think we could have done better at all. And like we capped off the concert. Meryl came in and we did Oh Holy Night.
That was amazing.
Oh Holy Night with the congregation. It was like already like 7 at night that time. It was a long concert. It was a long concert, guys. And like overall, I think the second half I felt way better than the first half because I could actually hear myself.
And also the first half there was still some challenges with the sound.
Yeah, so like the second half was way better, and like I think our song selection in the second half was way better than the first half. It was appropriate. I'm not doing anything against our first half. First half like we sang well, and I think had the sound been like it had been in the second half, the first half would have been just as good. But I'm not saying I would have given the first half like a 6 or 7.
Yeah, it wasn't that bad.
Yeah, and then the second half like an 8. I would have given. I'm not giving it a 9, but like the latter half was like we had like with Seekers of Your Heart was very emotional. Julius bashed Dwight about crying on stage afterwards. About crying on stage for that song, but that song was like the emotional weight of it. and the things that we had gone through as a group, and like some of our fellow group members,
Yeah, that I
that
think,
was it really touched us, and it was heavy. And then
and I think that was the thing for me. It was the fact that Seekers had been done, and then at the end of the song, my sister goes and she blows a kiss to one of the former members or one of the people who always sang that song, and
Yeah.
that was really emotional. And then we sang "Power of Your Love" with the congregation after that,
oh,
and that just pushed me over the edge. Standing in front and listening as
Yeah.
everybody is singing in full voice back to you.
yeah.
And I turned around on the stage and I just couldn't help my tears. Sorry, Julius.
Yeah, but that was such a powerful moment.
It
And then we
was.
did Oh Holy Night, and like the end of the just to end the night, and everybody standing and singing, and like you can hear everybody sing on the top of their voices. Like that was why I got into music. Just
Yep.
for such moments. So like even I was touched. I had to hand my mic off, so I couldn't blast my
Really sing, yeah.
I couldn't blast
I
my
didn't
voice
even
into
sing.
it.
I honestly didn't.
But I was
sing.
just like, you feel in that moment, you feel so proud, and you feel like the Lord really came in that time, and that was like that was one of my favorite moments.
And you take those moments in because it's very rare that you have that, and that's why it was crucial for me to have the crowd participation so that
Yeah.
you could feel that energy and for me that was also one of I'm getting goosebumps as I'm thinking of it.
Yeah.
Just that feedback of every song we sang with them, and especially I think the pastor suggested "Oh Holy Night,"
Yeah, Holy Night.
and how appropriate it was. It seriously was appropriate, and we as the group we hugged each other. We had our arms
Yeah,
together, and
and we just
it
had a
was just
huddle.
a huddle there as well, just to say like we've actually done this. We as
Yeah.
On In Song have done this, and we've done our first concert. It's a really proud moment.
Yeah, I love that photo as well. Just like a united front
It is.
together. Yeah,
It
and like
really is.
that was one of my favorite things that we did as well. And then you know, just to oh no, we can go on. It's right.
How can we go on?
Yeah, we can go on. I think we got a bit of extra space on. So it's like that moment that was the moment. Like just like it all encompassing, and like it helped that like they put Christmas decorations up in the church as well. We didn't ask them.
Nah, that was the own.
There was own thing, and like then it was dark outside, and the lights had set in. It was on us, and just that emotional weight just released in there, and there was.
And I think also that was one of the things that also pushed me to the edge when you get to tears, because I think you realize that this is a culmination of not just 1 year's planning with two. This is a culmination of years of being as a
Yeah.
group together and going through so much struggles and
Yeah.
changing of members until the last 6 months, and
Yeah.
how it's all finally come together. So it's like a weight that's finally been lifted off you.
Exactly. And we're so close together, guys. It's
We
like
are.
we as much as I hope to, if you want to join this group, you should know we all pry in your personal business. Unfortunately,
Nothing is off limits.
Nothing is off
Just-
limits for us. Some of the conversations we have here, you think like, is this really the people that?
But it has to be real. That is
Yeah.
the thing that it has to be. It shouldn't be. We spend a lot of time together as a group. So if I have issues with or I don't like someone, it's gonna be difficult because you're always in this space. You're in this space for almost every Sabbath, majority 2 to 3 Sabbaths in a month together. So if I'm not enjoying it, then I'm gonna hate that 3 hours that we're spending
Exactly.
together. And just for the record, sometimes I think the conversation, if my car could talk, guys, sure, you would be shocked.
Yeah, I'm glad that I haven't been in that car.
Oh, aye.
And the few times I were, even when it was just like the boys, even that was just interesting conversation going in there. And I think the latter part of the year, you and I were more together because the girls traveled a lot together.
Yeah.
My mom and Jack and Tony.
And
So
Jack and Tony and Tanisha.
I was in the car with him a lot, and then I'd sit there and I'm like, oh, this is what I've heard about so much, and then.
But it's also good that the boys and the girls sometimes travel separately so that the bond can form.
Exactly, yeah.
Because there's things that boys want to talk to boys and that girls wouldn't feel comfortable talking to you about. I mean, so.
And that doesn't mean we don't, as boys and
No,
girls, when we're
we do
together,
interact, sure.
we interact, and nothing.
It's
is
just a party all
yeah,
the time.
and like with Jack and Tanya, nothing.
Yeah, nothing is off limits.
Nothing is off limits, and like they really help.
They do.
They help with the vibe and bring us
Definitely.
together as a family, and we miss them
We do.
so much, and it's hopefully we have many more moments together.
And I think that's what makes it tough, especially now during isolation for me personally. I'm so used to having them around, and especially going and seeing them driving to especially the long trips. We had a few last year which were really cool, and like Worcester, and we have. You drive to those places and you have to interact and you enjoy because you get to see the scenery. We did something nice. The weather was really. It was cold in Worcester, I'm not gonna lie. But the scenery and just that bonding time, those are priceless moments, and those are the moments I miss. Because I feel like we're not together and it's weird. We've never been apart for this
Yeah.
long. It's like,
This,
even when we took a break, it was
yeah,
never
it's
this
normally a
long.
month. This is like
It's
this
a
feels
month plus.
this feels ages. It
Exactly.
feels like ages since.
So I cannot wait for us to get back together and come and meet everybody. That's the biggest thing I look for. And yeah, it is what it is. The group is as crazy. My mother says, I'm gonna tell you what my mommy says about this group. She says that everybody that joins in this group is crazy.
Yeah.
I don't know what that means, but we just have a good vibe together, and I miss that. I do. I'm not gonna lie. I miss the guys so much. So we're trying to keep in touch by video calls and
Yep.
checking in.
Like I said.
Overall, if you look back at the concert for me,
Yeah.
I'm happy. I'm
Yeah.
really happy with the way it went down. This, as my this is the things I would change.
Yeah, there were things. Obviously, if as a first concert, there are things you can improve.
obviously, because it's the first time we're doing it.
Yeah.
But I think it was worth the wait. I think for us that have started with on in song from the beginning, it was an achievement, and really glad to still be a part of the ministry.
Yeah, but like I said, those jackets killed, guys. That's all
No,
that
they
matters
did.
at the end. Those jackets killed. That's all that
Definitely.
matters, man.
Definitely.
So I think we're going to close this off, guys. Yeah, it's sad we have to not go.
I know.
We've also got things to do.
To
but
reminisce about it.
yes, but probably my favorite song that we did out of that whole
Okay.
concert. Yeah, the song "Nothing's Worrying Me." I think we heard it for the first time and we loved it. And then when we eventually had all these girls here and we're like, these girls are powerhouses. We need to give this song to them. And then Dwight and I were just like side pieces.
Just
And-
enjoying. But can I say, like,
Yeah.
you do certain songs and you know they're gonna be good. When we thought about the song and we are gonna bring it to the group, I was excited to sing it because I'm like, as Matthew said, we finally had an amount of girls and we're like, this is gonna be really good.
yeah.
And I think practices up to that were also, this is one of the songs that were really easy. We didn't
Yeah.
struggle a lot with it.
I mean,
They
we
were on
tried
point.
with Timmy and
We
Julius.
tried with Timmy and
And
Julius.
they did get a hang of it for a while, but we just felt just for the vibe that was going, we were better suited to it.
Okay.
Sometimes it's not that you can't sing a song; it's just like some people are better suited to
Yeah,
songs.
agree.
And I felt like the two of us were probably better suited to it. And you know, Timmy was very jealous afterwards.
He
but-
was. And even on stage, I showed him like, wow, I was like, he was not gonna sound as good as that. But even in practices, like we knew the song would be good. But I think that evening, it just took on another
Yeah.
level, and even the response from the people.
yeah.
I have to say, Sister Jacqueline killed it that evening.
She closed with that song one.
You could see we all like gave her a hug and we took a high five because it really did. But it's a
Yeah.
really good song. Like the song has a different feel. It's not the vibe that we as on in song generally do. This
No,
jazzy type of
It's very
vibe.
jazzy, yeah.
And that's I think why we did it, right? Because
Yeah,
we did
yeah,
something
yeah.
different.
Like this and Sailing with Jesus, like
Yeah.
around about the time that type of vibe songs we don't normally
Yeah,
do.
that's not our thing.
Not our thing, and I think like it's something we're trying to explore to more,
Yeah.
and which I really like, because there are a few songs this year that we
There's a
also
different vibe.
there's
to
a
what
different
we do,
vibe
which
to
is
it,
cool.
like, and that is something we exploring our sound, and that was what's so awesome about this group as well.
But the versatility as well, being able to do different types of gospel,
Yeah.
different genres, whether it be a bit of jazz for Nothing's Worrying Me or Sailing with Jesus, that type of vibe, or
Yeah.
whether it be
The
beats,
belting
belting
it
it
for
out of
Let It
bondage,
Redeem Go.
or even It Is Well that we try to do.
Yeah.
The versatility of this group is really amazing. Blessed with some good singers.
Oh, so guys, I hope you enjoy the song. Hope you enjoyed this long segment that we
Yes.
have. This is just an experiment. Maybe we'll do more in the future. Who finds out? Right now, I need to drink a lot more water in advance next
Definitely.
time. Because my throat is
And it was actually cool that we could reminisce and share, because I know lots of people don't know what happened behind the scenes,
Yeah,
but actually cool that
exactly.
we could share how the build-up was. And we look forward to a concert in the near future.
Yeah, something different.
Yeah.
Something with a lot more talent, I believe. Much more talented than us.
I'm excited. I generally, people keep on saying that I'm excited for everything, but this was something we wanted to do a while ago, and
Yeah.
when I actually put the names down, I was like, this is gonna be good, and we've had a session together,
Yes,
and
it was amazing.
it lived up to expectation.
Yeah, so
So we it's in the works. I'm not gonna give too much away, but if it's you in for a treat. So
Yeah.
if you didn't make the last concert, I'm telling you, you don't want to miss this one. This one is
Yeah.
going to be better than On and Songs. Because I can tell you that's going to be better than On and Songs. We're just waiting for Castle to now let us out. But as soon as we've had that announcement, then we will officially announce it. But I'm excited for it. I am really. This is, and it's something that's never been, that's hardly done
It's
in
hardly
Cape Town.
done in terms of the type of vibe.
Yeah, the type of vibe.
Yeah.
It's hardly done.
Yeah.
So that's something. It's definitely something unique. So I'm excited for that. We've got that in the works.
Yeah.
And is there anything else that on in song? We've got something we want to. There was a
Yeah,
request
we
also.
are working from home, guys. Don't worry.
Yes.
There's something that we are planning to put on there. A request.
Yeah, there was a
made.
request that came through, and guys, feel free to send requests. I like that the lady actually came and she sent the request, which is really cool, and
So-
we will be honoring that.
Yeah, we will try to our best to fulfill it. We just have to get our group members. Well, not on board. They're all on board.
Yeah, they're cool.
Just make things happen. That's all
Yeah,
we're trying
yeah.
to do.
And you must remember they're a bit rusty because we haven't been singing for more than a month.
As Julius says, he was always a bit rusty. That's one of the first things he said in party. He's a bit
Yeah, but
rusty.
rusty, yeah, definitely.
So, guys, thank you once again.
Thank you so much.
Like this video.
Please do,
We
and
really
share
liked
with whoever.
it. Share with whoever.
And also, please ask people to follow and like our Instagram and our Facebook pages.
Yeah.
There is exclusive content that we're not giving other people as
Yes,
well.
as well, yeah. And this will be our first video on YouTube.
Excited.
Yeah, very long format video, so that should be fun.
It
So
should be. And I look forward to seeing those comments because it's a broader stage, so it's
yeah, even if I just get 40 views, I'll be happy. That is all I need.
yeah, no, definitely.
Definitely. So guys, thank you once again for
Thanks.
watching.
Cool.
Enjoy this last song, guys. We had a blast singing it, and to wrap off this thing.
With the song.
with
No
the
better song.
There's no better song,
Okay.
guys. Agreed. Like, oh, thank you guys so much for it. Enjoy and have fun. Be
See you
safe.
around.
Prices are up and the market is down. Nothing but bad news all around. But I'm as content can be. 'Cause I got Jesus. Nothing's worrying me. Here's the start of a steady decline. Maybe it is old, but I'm doing fine. 'Cause trouble can trouble a heart that is free. I've got Jesus, and nothing is worrying me. So